Hi, I'm John Condi, the owner of Stop Foreclosure Orlando, Orlando's #1 source for bargain properties. And this is Rehabbing 101. Now, I've rehabbed just over 300 houses since I've been involved in real estate, and I can tell you that when I first started, I made every mistake that someone could make when it comes to fixing up houses. So I'm going to share a few things with you that unfortunately I've had to learn the hard way. So today I want to take you through the whole process of what you need to do, starting from finding the right deal to selling the finished product and actually making a profit, which is the ultimate goal. The first thing that you need to do that is just absolutely critical is to find a great deal. So always make sure that you use good comparables so that you know what your house will sell for when you're ready to put it on the market. The best thing to do is get a local realtor to do some comparables for you and just expect that yours will sell at the cheapest price out of those comparables. You know, don't try to convince yourself that your house is going to sell for the highest price on the whole street. Okay, that's just not realistic and it could end up costing you a lot of money. Some of my coaching students before they met me, you know, when they first started, they were so anxious to do their first deal that they let their excitement cloud their judgment, and they bought a house thinking that it was a good deal and it really wasn't. And they ended up actually losing money, you know, after all that work. Another thing is, when you go look at properties, you want to make sure that the main components of the house are in overall good shape. Things like the roof, the foundation, electrical system, you know, things like that. You might have to do some upgrading to the bathrooms, the kitchen, you know, maybe some new floor covering and paint, and that's fine. But unless you're an experienced investor, you should stay away from houses needing major repairs. I can tell you that in the 300 houses that I've rehabbed, I've never spent more than $35,000 on any one house. I just don't like taking on anything with major repairs like that. So try to keep it simple. So let me just give you the details on this deal. The seller owed $235,000 on it, and after battling it out with the bank for a year or so, we ended up buying it for just over $80,000. So I did my research and I found out that the after repaired value on this house will be between $130,000 and $140,000. Now, whenever I do my numbers on the after repaired value, I will always use the lowest number, and you should do the same. Also, you should never buy a house without seeing the inside of it first to get an idea of what you're getting into. And if it's over 15 years old, you should really have a professional house inspector go through it for you to make sure that there are no major code issues with things like the electrical and the plumbing of the house. It can cost a lot of money if you have to get into the electrical system or the plumbing system. Okay, so let's go take a look and see what we're up against. Okay, let's go take a look. Now, on this particular house, the owner was in foreclosure, so he was mad at that, and he actually took it out on the house by vandalizing it a bit, as you can see. So over here, we have some pretty substantial drywall damage. Got some molding issues, stuff like that. No big deal. Let's walk over to the bedroom here. Okay, we've got a broken window right there. A little bit more drywall damage here. Okay, so far so good. Gonna have to replace that door. Let's go take a look in the bathroom. All right, so I'm definitely gonna need a tile guy to fix that. Gonna have to replace that toilet, so I'll need a plumber. Definitely want to get rid of that vanity. Now I know some of this stuff looks pretty bad, but it's actually pretty minor stuff. So let's go take a look at this kitchen, see what we're up against. Okay, so I can see already we're going to need some new cabinets, new countertops, and some appliances. And just so you know, your kitchen and your bathrooms are going to get you the biggest return on your money. So you don't want to really skimp on that stuff. You know, I'm not saying buy the most expensive things out there, but you don't want to buy the cheapest either. Remember, what you're trying to do is, for when that potential buyer comes in here, they're just going to fall in love with this house. You know, they're not going to be able to find anything wrong with it, and they're going to be ready to sign a contract. The faster you close, the faster you can move on to your next project. All right, so let's go take a look in the master here. Looks like we've got some more drywall repairs there. A little bit of carpentry work. Place another door. Bathroom, we're going to have to definitely replace that vanity. And another toilet, a little bit more drywall work. So far not too bad. Let's see what we're up against so far. We've got some drywall repairs, new cabinets, countertops, appliances, new vanities, new toilet, a couple of broken windows, replace some doors, and new paint throughout. Now, a quick tip when it comes to paint, you want to keep it very simple. What I like to do is I like to take off-white, paint throughout the house, and then do the trim in a pure white. It looks really elegant, and you don't have to worry about matching colors. And again, you know, keep it simple. Okay, so let's go take a look at the outside. We have a lovely pool back here. Isn't that beautiful? So inviting. Well, it will be when I'm done with it. But my main concern about the outside the main thing is the roof. So I've already been up on this roof, and it's actually only a couple of years old, so I got lucky there. Won't have to mess with the roof at all. So out here we're just looking at a little bit of yard cleanup, a couple of fence repairs, and obviously the pool cleanup. So let's just do a little recap of what we got so far. Okay, I bought the house for $80,000. I've already done my estimates with my general contractor, and I know that I'm going to spend $20,000 on the repairs. So we're looking at $100,000. I also know that I can sell the house for between $130,000 and $140,000. So I'm going to take that $130,000 number just to be safe. So that's a profit of $30,000 on this house. So that's not too bad. Okay, now there's one other thing I'd like to talk to you guys about before I let you go, and that is hiring a contractor. Okay, now there's two ways that you can do this. One way is to get a general contractor that will give you a quote on the entire job. That's someone that doesn't necessarily do the work himself. He usually has a crew to do all the work, and his job is just to manage everyone. That's what I do. Now, depending on how involved you want to be and how much time you have, or how much time you want to spend at the property, this may be the best option for you. The other good thing about using a general contractor is that the job gets done much faster, and at the end of the day, the faster that you can finish, the faster you can sell it and move on to the next one. But you will spend a little bit more money using a GC. Oh, and always make sure that you check his licenses, get references. This is very important. And I found out the hard way that you should never hire someone just because they're the cheapest. This will always end up costing you more money and headaches in the long run. Oh, and just a little tip, if you get the feeling that the guy that you're talking to may be a heavy partier, don't hire him. He will definitely have some no-show days, and his work won't be the best. Now, if you have some extra time on your hands and this is your first project and you're excited, you want to be involved, then you can try and save some money and play the role of GC yourself. Make a list of the repairs that need to be done. Get estimates. You should always get 3 separate estimates for each repair. And again, be sure that you call the contractors that give free estimates. Make it clear on the phone, because some guys will come out, they'll give you an estimate, and then they'll give you a bill for $80 just for doing an estimate. So make that very clear on the phone. And again, don't just go with the cheapest guy out there. You have to ask a lot of questions, get references, and make sure you feel comfortable with them. And do that for each contractor that you're going to need, the plumber, the carpenter, the painter, and so on. Oh, and if you have any skills that you can bring to the table, then by all means, roll up your sleeves and get to work. So just follow these basic steps and you'll be all right. And remember, if you're looking for a really good deal on a house in Central Florida, just log on to the website at the bottom of the screen and you'll get access to our list of great investment properties. Or just give me a call. So I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching and good luck.